Um, I'm a little surprised. I think the president's position is probably going to go away, which is fine. But as I said, I think they need to ramp up their front office. I really believe that, and I have a lot of respect for Brad, and I really like Craig Berube. I don't know him other than as a player, but I like him a lot, and I think he did a good job. I just think there's some ramping up to do, and there's got to be more people to bounce ideas off of, other than the skill development staff, the player development staff, and the analytics department. They need some more people to bump
My point
ideas
is that, back then you were also president.
Is they need some help.
Forget about the Leafs. My whole point in all of this is like you double dipped that whole president GM thing too. You fooled your owner.
I was president, GM, and coach.
Oh my
for
gosh!
Years. Like, give me a break. At least give me a little.
You're a control freak.
That's the Gretzky record. That'll never be broken. President, GM, and a coach. Who would ever be dumb enough? Like I said to my owner, when I fired Dave King, and he made me fire him. He phoned me at 11 o'clock at night. You fired Dave King? I said, who's going to coach? He said, you are. I said to the boys the next morning, I said, he thinks I'm running a Pee Wee AAA travel team.
Those teams have 5 staff members now.
But anyway, I'm a guy that busted the president of hockey ops hard over the years. I called them the Dead GM Society. But and I still am not sure what to make of those president of hockey ops guys. I mean, I know the GMs don't really like having them around, but it's part of the fabric now,
Other Gretzky record that won't be broken is bridges burned by you on this show.
When you get old, you can do that.
You just walk around with a
You're never gonna. You keep writing books because you will never get a job if you keep doing our show.
I touched base with a team this week, so you never know.
They trying to get you to buy season tickets?
Yeah. That's why they phoned. They had me on their season ticket list.
You give me a call to run that analytics department, Mac. I know you need me.
Mac, listen there.
Well, you know what? You could be the 13th guy on the league staff in the analytics department.
All right, we're letting you go. Great job today.
So this is it for the year?
No.
Oh, no.
No, you're back next week.
Get your Canes take sharpened up.
I really appreciate you having me on. I really enjoy the opportunity you've given me, and Blue Jays.
Can you hang a jersey up next week or something? The fisherman in the background ain't doing it for me.
I'm in the den here.
That's a selfie, Mac took.
Give me a little outside view here. Guys, thanks a lot.
Get out of here.
And Jill's screaming at you right now.
I got
go away.
Put the lobster on, Jill. I'm coming.
Doug McLaren, everybody.
I don't know. We let that segment go longer and longer every week.
He's still on. I'm sure he's still on.
So if he's still on, I just went back and looked at the 2005 entry draft where he took Brule with the 6th overall pick.
By the way, I played Brule in junior, and he was unbelievable.
Yeah, unbelievable.
And he was an Olympian for Canada.
He was supposed to be like, I don't know, Patrice Bergeron.
He was 15 when I played him in junior A, and he punched the visor off my buddy who was like 19. He was an all-around player.
He got suspended for multiple Olympic games for throwing like the greasiest junior B style hit like in the middle of an Olympic game. Anyways, these are things I remember.
Okay.
Jack Skilly, Devin Setaguchi,
Chicago.
Devin Setaguchi, Brian Lee, Luc Bourdon, who passed, which is sad, and then Anze Kopitar. So he's right.
He drafts Kopitar. He ain't doing Fridays today.
Listen, Mac regrets that more than anyone. He doesn't want to be here.
Yeah. But I mean, Jack Skilly and Brian
Setaguchi, San Jose.
Yeah, he had an okay career.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah, anyways,
not bad.
So there you go.
All right,
not that bad, Doug.
Game time.
Yeah, it's game time. Let me get my sheet. Maybe I can remember it. It's game time presented by Bet365. Visit the app for latest odds and find out why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Plus 19 plus. Ontario only. Please play responsibly. So I hope you listened to me last night. Another opportunity to bet the Florida Panthers as big underdogs.
Just anytime you see
115.
Panthers plus
Plus 115 last night.
Yeah.
And I think on Bet365, you get an early payout. You won your bet before the end of the first period.
Jeez.
Anyways, so yeah, it's just looking tonight. The Edmonton Oilers and Dallas Stars is pretty even. Both sides of it here. Minus 105 for the Edmonton Oilers, minus 115 for the Dallas Stars. I really
like
don't.
the Oilers.
Skinner really shook me to my core last game.
Yeah.
He needed a game one
He
just to calm everybody
He's
down.
done this though. Early in series, it's
Yeah.
sketchy, and later in series, he's better.
You're
He was
playing
pr-
with fire, though.
He was pretty good in the first couple periods, and then that puck, he has no idea where it is. Hits
Sometimes
the
he-
back of the net. It's just
Sometimes he just
gets
gets that 360
Yeah.
where he's just turning.
Talking about the one from the point where he looks
Yes.
the wrong side around Marchman.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I just wanted to quickly bring up the Conn Smythe Trophy odds because I love checking in on this every so often, probably about once a week. Who would you guys hazard to be? I guess at who would be the favorite right now?
I'm gonna guess it's no longer Rantanen,
Correct.
and it's now Draisaitl.
Wrong. Kipper.
Oh, who's
Uh,
good on Florida? Bennett.
Nope.
Bobrovsky.
Correct. Sergei Bobrovsky is the favorite at plus 250.
Yeah, I don't, he's like at a 960 or something.
Has he made a save in playoffs?
I mean, yeah.
Yes, he has.
It doesn't feel like he's the reason they're winning.
I'll run down the list here.
Lorenz is like seeing him in his sleep still.
Yeah, he shot logo hole and it got taken away last second.
Yeah, he almost hit an unbelievably quick chest on that one.
Just off the logo.
Sergei Bobrovsky's a favorite. Mikko Rantanen in second at plus 400. Connor McDavid plus 500. Jake Ottinger plus 850. Barkov 11-1. Draisaitl 14-1. Frederick Anderson 16-1. And the one I really like,
Don't place that.
the one I really like at 20-1 is Sam Bennett.
Yeah,
Sam
Bennett's
Bennett
a good
at
one.
20-1.
He's got 9 goals
He's on fire. Scored
9
2 last
goals.
night.
They're going to
How
win the
much money is he
cup.
gonna
He's just
make
like,
next year.
Much.
10. He's a $10 million player, is
That's
he
a
not?
scary one.
stay away from that contract. No disrespect to
Just
him.
sign
Great
it.
No, no.
Sign it.
No, no.
Just sign it. Who cares? Plug your
I'll
nose.
sign him to 70 for 10. But he's a winner.
I know.
He's
He's,
just
a
a
great
winner.
player. I'm not trying to take away from him, but
He's
he's
a winner.
you'd be paying for the
Who,
past.
who traded that guy away for nothing?
Oh, come on now. What are we doing here, boys?
Anyways, that was game time presented by Bet365. Visit the app, latest odds, and find out why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Must be 18 plus, Ontario only. Please play responsibly. So we talk about this every break before we go to the national hour, and you're always like, we're gonna do texts,
We're going to do text.
and then I'm like, yeah, we're gonna do texts.
Remind everybody.
Tease off the top of the show, of the top of the national hour, and then we never do it.
So do it now.
Everybody, if you're listening, text 590 590 590
Can I do that right across the country?
Yes. And text in right now. Probably not going to get it read if it's about the Leafs, maybe if it's good, but probably let's give us something else. So 590 590 text us,
Oilers.
and we will talk about it in our next block. Plus,
Final NHL news and notes, whatever you want.
there's some finalists for the GM of the year, and the Blackhawks hired a coach, and we didn't even mention it yesterday, so maybe we can mention that too.
Oh yeah, Lashel. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. Anyways, text 590 590.
All right, you heard the man. Plenty more still on the Real Kipper and Bourne Show. Back after these words. Welcome back to the Real Kipper and Bourne Show. Nick Kiprios, Justin Bourne, Sammy McKee. A reminder, this hour of Real Kipper and Bourne brought to you by Bet365. Sammy, what are you giggling about?
We have, boy, did Canada answer the bell with our text. Like, it's out of control. I'm trying
Way
to
to
keep
go,
up here.
Canada.
But this one particularly
Oh, no.
perked my interest. Nick teased David Amber about curfew yesterday.
Yes.
I was in Vegas for the Stanley Cup versus Washington in the food court of a casino. And Nick and Amber ran through at 2 a.m. like they were being chased by a ghost. Please explain. Dennis from Brampton.
Incredible. Do tell.
Ah.
There was one night I'm with Amber and Elliot, and you're gonna have to get the guys to tell the story because I had a couple cocktails, but like I was like, security had me,
What do you mean?
and I fell, and I'm bleeding pretty badly in their lobby.
Out of what?
What's that?
Out of what were you bleeding
my
out of?
elbow.
Oh my!
My elbow. And I think they wanted to like arrest me. And I think Elliot talked them out of it. Or Amber, one of the two.
It's all a vague memory.
Is that what he's talking about?
I don't know. He said you were running like you're running.
Okay, if that's not what you're talking about,
It is
then
a separate memory?
Then never mind about the elbow story.
I'm glad we got that one in. What happens first? The Canucks open the doors to their new practice facility, or Quinn Hughes retires from Colin and Caribou, BC.
This is
Why have I
big
heard
story,
so much about
the
a
practice?
All I ever hear about out of Vancouver is practice facility. It's crazy.
You know, like just having followed the Islanders for years with their
It's such an
practice
issue.
thing. It's a real thing.
But this is
Practice.
This is part of. You want to be attractive.
Mhm.
You want to be an attractive organization to want people to come and play for you, sign as free agent, get traded for, lift a no trade clause for your organization. Guys want a nice practice facility. You on the island, it was an ongoing thing forever.
Forever. And it was a major problem. It's like, where do you live? Do you want to be close to this place? Is it going to stay this place? They're in Syosset for a bit. They're all over the place.
Where they practiced all those years
Mhm.
was like the biggest dump ever.
Yeah.
I went to the practice facility once
And-
for the Islanders.